So I'm back in Makkah, alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has given me the opportunity to once again visit this blessed place. Been here for a few days now. Alhamdulillah, we just prayed Isha Salah. And I wanted to share a quick reflection that has been on my mind for a few days since I've come to Makkah. And that is regarding a dua that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam recommended to us. It's mentioned in the Quran, and the scholars recommend that while we are performing tawaf in particular between the Rukn al-Yamani and the Hajj al-Aswad. For those of you who don't know, you can inshallah look it up. But those of you who have been to Umrah, I'm sure you're familiar with these terms, the Rukn al-Yamani and the Hajj al-Aswad. Hajj al-Aswad is a black stone. The corner before that is known as Rukn al-Yamani. It is recommended to recite رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. And the translation of this dua is, "O Allah, grant us goodness in this world and goodness in the akhirah." Now, one interesting thing about the word hasana is that it is indefinite. It is not regarding a particular type of goodness, it is generic. And I was thinking about this when reciting this dua, that any type of goodness that you need in this dunya, think of it when making this dua. So when you make dua, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيا حَسَنَةً, when you say hasana, think about that goodness that you need, whether it is a pious spouse, whether it is children, whether it is a house, whether it is barakah in wealth, whether it is a cure from a particular illness that you are suffering from, whatever it may be. And when you say وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً, then think about a particular type of goodness that you want in the akhirah. Of course, everyone wants Jannah, and that is going to be the ultimate goodness. Everyone wants the pleasure of Allah, and all of the blessings of Jannah. We all want that, but it could be something very specific. So, for example, if you are in need of a pious spouse, if you are in need of children, ask Allah that Allah reunites, or make that intention. When you say hasana, fil akhirati hasana, make that intention that you want to reunite with your children, reunite with that spouse that Allah gives you. So this is something very profound that I was thinking about recently when reciting this dua. And it is something that, because it is a very common dua, people just recite it without pondering over the meaning. So when you actually think about this reflection, when you think about the word hasana, it is indefinite, and you make it specific through your intention when reciting this dua, then that will give you, it will give the dua a more profound meaning, and it will add more flavor to the dua as opposed to just reciting this dua like a parrot, because we've memorized it and we've heard it over and over again. It becomes habitual that we just recite it without any meaning. So think about this inshallah next time we recite this dua.